Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful day, another moment to be with you yet again, another fantastic opportunity to go through the markets. And of course, today it's actually the 5th day of August 2025, and the opportunities are all around us if we can see. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. We will keep doing this until we build a very formidable force of financial giants who are ready to take on the challenge to build a future for themselves. Thank you very much. We are not faking it here. Results keep flying in left, right, and center. That's because indeed we are result-oriented and everything is practical. Someone may want to ask, who is this? Permit me to introduce myself. As always, I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for helping individuals and organizations build their corporate and personal net worth via investing in the stock market and the capital markets. We are a community of individual investors helping each other in the way that we should invest, taking advantage of our cash flow from earned income or business profits to investing to grow wealth for ourselves for early retirement. Listen to this. In the Western world, there are so many people who retire very early. That's because there is a cut-out plan to do so. But over in this part of the world, in Nigeria and in Africa, we have a situation where people live with the habit of working the rest of their lives. That's because we are coming from an agriculturally based economy where almost every family used to be involved in one form of farming or the other, either fish farming or crop farming. And so we watched our grandfathers, great-grandfathers, and ancestors who work all their lives growing crops or farming. Either it's animal husbandry or whatever, depending on what sort of farming is prevalent in your locality. But the long and short of it is, we can't continue that way. So when we eventually developed into a modernized society to an extent, those who could go to school and gain admission and then get a job continued with that culture of working through their lifetime. But I can tell you that's a very wrong mentality, because even the God that created the world, after creation in 6 days, took his rest on the 7th day. What does that tell you? Maximum in your 70s, you should start resting. Otherwise, you can retire as early as Jesus did when he was 33. All things are possible depending on from where you view this entire life. Life is a gift and must not be a struggle. Work for the much you can and be able to say, I'm done working, now money starts working for me. That's why we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how I intend to begin today. Can I tell you this? It was never planned to open today's session this way. But by the way, someone somewhere might just have gotten a lesson from this. So we go on to the preview of activities in the market, particularly what happened yesterday. The Nigerian Stock Exchange broke the 91 trillion naira mark in market capitalization as we continue the upward rise of the market in Nigeria. The stock market commenced the week on a positive note as key performance indicators appreciated by 1.99%. Like I said before, I will not waste too much of our time going into too much details because you and I were all part of it and we saw all that was going on. The market has already opened for 2 hours, so I will just gloss around the headlines of things that have happened in the markets so we can progress. Nigerian Naira gained in its external reserve, hitting 6 months high. That's a good one. The CBN eventually shared data showing that the Nigerian Naira appreciated, and eventually exchange rate is at 1,533 naira 74 kobo, and so on. And then First Bank, there is a publication that First Bank will sell Oba Otudeko's released stake. The MD of First Bank said that in a news conference. Bitter Glass recorded 63% revenue growth profit after tax soared to 337%. So Bitter Glass continues to do well. Perhaps we will not be surprised if the stock price keeps rising. The fact remains that profit after tax distributed in earnings per share, I don't know whether it makes any more sense with that current price, but who knows? A lot is happening in the market that you can't see on paper. So, but we keep following the trend to know exactly how things are panning out. Thank you very much, everyone. So I'd like to introduce our moderators for the day. As usual, Maobi is on TikTok. Benita is on YouTube. She's identified as Firm with Mayo, our YouTube handle. And then Luke is supposed to be on Instagram. I will find out if he's there today. But all in all, we are good to go, and we fly into the market to see what's happening. As usual, 1 p.m., that's 1 hour into the live session today, we will proceed with getting your calls through TikTok for now. Otherwise, from wherever you are streaming from, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, please go ahead, start liking the live session, keep sharing it repeatedly from beginning to end. Don't rest. That's the way we can create screen action to get more people involved. And by the way, I'm glad to announce to you that just a few more number and we will be 3,000 members of the Net Worth Investors Club. You guys are really amazing. This is a result of all the screen actions you have been doing. Thank you very much, JD Foods. I see your roses there. It's very well appreciated and received. Thank you very much, everyone who has been a gifter, who has been liking and who has been sharing. Please keep doing that. You are liberating many from the rat race, and I'm sure most of you will join me in early retirement. That's my desire, and indeed it is possible. Every passing day, I keep getting updates and feedbacks of what a great progress we are all doing. What a fantastic opportunity to be a part of your life and to see that you too get financially liberated. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate you all. So let's keep going. Listen, I've said it over and over that Nigerians do not have a problem working for money. There are 3 stages of money. One stage is making money. The other stage is keeping money. The other is building wealth. Now, you need to be sure that you are following through with all 3 steps. The mistake most people make is after making money, they do not have the skill to keep money and have no idea how to grow money. That's why the process is earn, save, and invest. Never ever wait till you get $10,000, $1,000, or even 100,000 naira or 1 million naira before you start investing. If you do that, you are denying yourself those seed capital that should teach you essential investment ethics and principles. So wheresoever you are, even if this is your first time, you can get started on this journey. We'll be glad to help you through it from the scratch. Thank you very much. And I've just been informed by Maobi that Rehoboth is also on TikTok as one of our moderators. They are working tirelessly at the background, ensuring your safety. And of course, they have the powers to delete or block any spammer that comes in during our live sessions. And they are also going to be responding to your questions because they have sufficient knowledge, good enough to give you some counsel in case I miss your questions. And perhaps even if I have mentioned it before and you are coming late to ask the same question, they can be able to supply you the information as responded to before your arrival. Now, I want to go on to your comments. I really appreciate you all. Keep your comments coming in thick and fast. I want to be able to help as many as possible respond to all of those nagging questions that you have while also guiding you through investing the right way. All right? Keep it coming on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We've still not been able to see comment interface yet, so you will only just be watching and taking part based on the discussions going on. Today's session is already started with educational materials. Absolutely. Alerted King, you've been one constant shining star in our live session. You are highly appreciated. Rebuild and Rise says, I bought UACN at 330 naira per share. Now it's 100 naira. These are the kind of news I love to hear, while also trying to help us to stay grounded in case any other stock in your portfolio is not yet moving, do not go and start chasing UACN right now. It doesn't mean it can't rise to 150. You may want to take the risk, but then there is always a time for pullback. In any case, UACN is not looking back because a whole new business has been added to it, and you just can't decide what the exact valuation can be right now. That little loophole between what the actual value should be and what it is now is what has created the opportunity for wealth accumulation. So, congratulations if you have UACN. By the way, Dr. Abisoye Ajayi says, Bua, she's at 74% profit. Does this not tell you something that I am indeed surrounded and followed by the smartest people in the world? Can I tell you this? Be proud of yourself, because you can take instructions from afar without necessarily meeting me physically. Just listening and following instructions, you are able to make money for yourselves. That's the idea. I'd like you to know that nobody should come into your space and make you believe you must be dependent on them, whole line and sinker. You can try these things from a distance and see it work for yourself. Then you take giant steps. Ladies and gentlemen, UPDC wakes up from its slumber and is now flying 6 naira something kobo. I remember advising most of us to buy this stock under 3 naira, and it lingered for so long under 3 naira. Now, everyone who heeded the call, especially our children, because I remember most of the parents who called in and sought advice when I advised them, look, listen, open a minor account for all your children, start investing in small cap stocks for them. I remember mentioning UPDC severally also, alongside TIP, alongside QTIX and CHAMS and so on. So what we have this morning is UPDC flying through the roof. It was very, very difficult for UPDC to climb up to 3 and stay above it. But anyone who believed and stayed on, congratulations to you. UPDC is now 6 naira 53 kobo and almost going into full bid. This is what we are talking about. Congratulations, Rebuild and Rise once again, and everybody who has bought UACN. Of course, like Abisoye Ajayi mentioned, Bua is unrelenting. A lot of people are already 50%, 60%, 70%, and so on up already on Bua. Bua is currently 169 naira per share, 1 million shares versus 962,000 on offer. 1 million bidded for versus 962,000 on offer. Now, this is the best time for the news about the new Bua cement plant to hit the market. Look, if that news ever emerges at this rate, Bua should be soaring to 200. I don't know what the situation is. Maybe I should do more analysis to know if I should even go in to buy more Bua before any of such news comes to the market. Because I know my initial entry price for Bua was around 80 something naira per share, just about that. But there you go, 169 naira per share. I kept telling people Bua is going back to the 185 naira per share it was trading last year, having suffered neglect based on the foreign exchange losses it experienced. Okay, so we are seeing it happen before us. Please, once again, do not feel that you must jump into any moving stock. Stay patient. If you have taken instruction to buy any fundamentally sound stock with a good future, listen, a lot of repricing is going to be taking place because of the results, the half-year results that have hit the market. All you need to do is stay calm and make calculated investments, okay? Coach, I want to invest. What can I invest in? EMMGB. Now, every time I see a stock like even FCMB climbing, though FCMB has slowed down a bit, 11 naira 80 kobo, though it closed 11.85 yesterday, so it's kind of papering away the steam it gathered earlier. Every time I see such a stock moving, and also Wema Bank climbing, I am always reminded how cheap a stock like a Fidelity Bank is. So if you want to start, you may go in and buy Fidelity Bank. I'm up by 100% on UPDC. Ayo Wale, you see that? Can I tell you this? The market does not usually behave this way. So let's enjoy the ride as it continues. Do not ask me whether you should sell your UACN. If you think you should sell, decide where you want to put the money before you sell. But I can tell you for free that the rise of USCN just began. We need to eventually settle in to know what the business details of Chi Limited are, including their financial statements, and then we marry it together with USCN before we decide exactly what the fair value should be. For now, we just stay in your USCN because you will continue to see a situation where it fluctuates up and down. The traders will keep trading, buying and selling, while for whatever reason we watch this stock grow. You have waited long enough in this stock. Do not jump out of them, especially knowing they are fundamentally sound. If you are not following me, you are losing money. I know you understand that part of my message. All right? Excuse me. So we keep going as we proceed to the next comment. Zenith 63%, Veritas Cap 45%, and many more. Coach, you are a godsend. Thank you very much, Fortune Ojenama. I noticed you applied yourself seriously into the market, and I saw how hot you were when you made that mistake with Beta Glass. But I knew also, if you remember, I told you, never mind, whatever you think you have lost, see it as a school fees. You know, when you pay school fees, you learn lessons and you become better. That's what has just happened. So that's school fees well spent. The loss on Beta Glass eventually brought out the strength in you, and now you are making your moves in the market as a pro. We are really excited that we have one of you doing this already, and I can tell you, please keep going. You can never go wrong. Sorry about this. I'm receiving a bit of signals to make some adjustments, which I'm trying to do. Please pardon me. I've not disappeared yet. I'm just trying to be there for you and to make sure that nothing goes wrong with all of our connections, as long as they are within my reach. All right. Okay, Coach, how about TIP? GT? Well, TIP has had its day, and you know, it's not the only stock in the market, so people are looking elsewhere for more returns. Currently, TIP is having about 2.2 million bids versus 1 million offers at 15 naira per share, but the highest bidder is at 14 naira 55 kobo, meaning they are not in a hurry to rush into TIP at the moment. So that's the situation with TIP. And of course, we also have a feedback from Kaka. Kaka says, I'm 222% up on USCN. Can I top up? Well. I don't know if you are unsatisfied with the volume you have. I would have said wait and top up under 100. All right. The supplies have come in right now. Okay. Now you are looking at staying long term. You want to watch the bid and offer and watch how the supply behaves. If the supply continues to mount up, that's an indication that profit takers are really taking profits at the moment, and that means there is a chance for it to drop even further. You see why I don't advise anybody to run after a particular stock? That's exactly what it is. What's going on now is those who bought USCN at 50, at 60 and 70 with short-term funds are now taking profit. It doesn't mean that it's the same approach for you. So you've got to be sure what you want to do and stick to your plan. If you feel like going in long-term, watch, stand by, and wait to see how the bid and offer continues to behave until there comes a time when it looks like the bids are now slimming down, increasing even more than the offers. Then you take position. Some people will have sold at 100, some will sell at 90 something. If they are not patient enough, it can drop as low as 90, because I'm seeing that the highest bids above 90 are just about 55,000. So from 300, and after 55,000 bids, you have 90 naira 50 kobo downwards. So you want to watch and see if you can get some at 90. The time for the pullback is here, and then you take position even for the longest of terms, because eventually news will hit the market of the actual valuation of Chi Limited, and by the time you put it side by USCN, you know that it could just be a 150 to 200 naira stock. We never know yet. So that's the situation. The good thing is that because you entered in very early, your average entry cost, even if you average up, will not easily jack up. So maybe if you bought at say 35 or 40, by the time you add more, depending on the quantity, your average entry price might just be around 50 or 60. And then the stock price is still at 90 something, which gives you sufficient supply in terms of volume, while sitting pretty still in profit. Okay, Coach, I want to sell my Nigerian breweries for UBA and Fidelity Bank. God's mercy. That could be another smart move if the reality of Nigerian breweries coming to the market. Wow, somebody's flushing down on USCN now. Suddenly it's now 95 naira per share. Okay, we are still watching to see how it goes. 927,000 shares versus, bidded for versus 731,000 on offer. All right, so I was talking about Nigerian breweries. Nigerian breweries will eventually come to the market to raise capital, and your decision to sell could be just a matter of timing it correctly. We never know when they will be approaching the market for this particular offer, and but we know that they are so indebted to the extent they need to raise capital. Now, the point is, eventually, two things can happen. The price might continue a bit higher than it is now before the offer details comes to the market, or it could just be at this point when news comes out, because there are so many companies who still need to make offers and take some capital to expand the business. Most of these companies that have been that have suffered foreign exchange losses, so it could be a good thing to get into those banks selling off your Nigerian breweries. The ball is in your court to decide, especially if you are already in good profit. The truth is, one needs to develop a system where in your heart you don't regret leaving a stock. When you make up your mind to move, let it be absolute, and regardless of what happens to the stock that you left. But if you intended holding on to your Nigerian breweries for long enough, well, you are just about at the beginning of that El Dorado season, because the worst days are over. The only thing that the offer will do, whether it's public offer, rights issue, or even private placement, is that it may delay the growth of the stock in terms of capital gains. That's just the minus, the only minus there. That's it. Otherwise, you can actually stay on, and then after that process of capital raise and everything, the business is actually going to be re-established to be a stronger force and begin to create more value. So you may want to give it 1 or 2 years after then. You could see Nigerian breweries selling for as high as 150 naira per share. Coach, when will you be less busy so I can chat you up? EMMGB. Immediately after the live session at 2:30 perhaps, you can chat me up on Instagram, not on TikTok, because I am hardly keeping tabs with developments on TikTok in terms of DMs. So if you want to get my attention very quickly, just send me a DM on Instagram, all right? Okay. Kaka says, Coach, I'm 222% up on USCN. Can I top up? I bought at 33.15. Yes, like I said, I'm sure that question came up after I must have responded. So please, okay, EMMGB, my Instagram handle is the same as this one, at Wealth Coach Omiete. To be safe, just go ahead and click on the Linktree link on my bio. You will see all my social media handles. Just click on any of the icons and then you will follow me right there. Thank you very much. And on to your next question. Coach, is VFD a good buy, please? It is a fantastic buy for the very long term. You've got to just stay patient. As long as you are buying under 14 naira, that's a good long-term position. But you have to stay patient when you buy. And from the beginning, let your plan remain intact. You stick to the plan and stay in it. Okay? All right. Good day, coach. Please, would you advise I enter Zenith at the current price? Wants to top up. Okay, let's see what's going on with Zenith over there. Zenith is down to just 76 naira 30 kobo, down from 76.90. Not much difference. Okay, we are seeing a lot of offers. I should think that could instigate the price to drop even below 76. So I would want you to wait and see. OJ, 33.4 million shares offered versus 5.3 million bidded for. That means there could be some panic sale, and that could drive the price down to 75 or even less. So you want to stay patient, but in all, I would okay your topping up on your Zenith, because there will come a time when it will be difficult to buy Zenith under 80 naira. So it's just a matter of time. I'm seeing it drop now to 76.25 and so on. So we watch and see how it goes. Someone has placed a bid at 76.25, 42,000 shares bidded on top of the rest of the 76ers. All right. So watch to see how it happens and then take your position there, because usually a lot of times when you see heavy bids like this, they are just market makers trying to create some level of panic. Can you imagine? I mean, offers, you can see 800,000 offers at 84 naira for Zenith, 1 million and another 1 million and another 2 million. So they go down to place offers, huge offers, and then you get scared. You see 33 million offers and you get scared. So many people don't see this, and so they react based on what they see, meaning there are too many bids, offers in the market. Let's sell off, and quickly, before you know it, the price drops to even 73. Then you jump in, right? Okay. I can't see the number bid and offer on Atlas well. Okay, Ame Emmanuel, I hope you are doing it correctly. Even with your phone, you can actually do that. Coach, do you recommend Sterling Financial just for the purpose of sympathy play? Seeing that most other banks are looking too cheap, Sterling Financial, okay to get in just for that reason. And I see how it has jumped from the 5 naira that it was struggling to stay on to 7 naira. Now, Sterling Financial is on full bid. 80 million shares bidded for, 0 offers. Okay? Coach, is APLD and I am Gold a good stock to hold for a long term? Absolutely. Long term should be long term. People should not be worried for short-term activities for stocks that they have acquired for the long term. So I like to advise that. Okay, UACN, somebody has bought at 97. All right. Coach, how about Learn Africa? Well, Learn Africa's full year result was not too wonderful. It wasn't bad, but was not too wonderful as to generate so much interest. But it should be selling around 6 naira. Yesterday it closed at 5 naira 70 kobo. All right, it's still gaining attention. Today it's 627 and 1.6 million bids versus 317,000 offers. So thinking, well, Learn Africa, you just have to be very patient. I don't know what else to add to that. I made a comparison with Academy, and I can see how it shot past Academy. Learn Africa eventually. Printing sector, I think Learn Africa should be next, though I haven't done a comprehensive analysis yet. Thank you very much, my Instagram family. I'm seeing your likes flying left, right, and center, and that has helped to sustain attendance there at over 100 on a daily basis. Thank you so much, everyone doing their best to share this. You are lifesavers as well. Most of you come into my DM and tell me, Coach, you are a lifesaver. Coach, you are God sent. Listen, you are all God sent, because when you come and find something beneficial to you and you don't hold back, just as I decided, look, I don't have to hold back. They are asking for money for things that people don't even understand how it works. At least let them understand how it works. In fact, test it for free from afar before even saying, okay, let me pay for a service, right? So just as I have decided not to keep it to myself and I have not held back and shared, you are also doing the same. So we are all lifesavers. Thank you so much for all the likes and the shares you are generating on a daily basis. Okay? House of Fashionista says, Coach, please talk about UPDC. Is it for long or short term? I bought a few weeks ago and I'm already in good profit. That's the kind of news I love to hear. House of Fashionista. Now, that is to tell you that that lady, I'm sure it's a lady, she is into fashion designing and things in that industry. But she has not relented at all. She's gone on to look for ways to grow her money so that she does not have to continually be in the fashion business or be present in her establishment for money to come to her. Now she's intelligently reinvesting some of her profit into intangible assets like stocks. And you know what? Anybody can look at her fashion business and say, come on now, she's doing so great. I'm getting jealous. We have to find a way to set her up and mess up her business. Can I tell you this? They can only attack what they can see, but they can't attack what they can't see. So when you build in secret, investing in the stock market, they can't attack you for nothing. Right? For instance, she's made good profit in UPDC. Who can go and attack UPDC just to frustrate her? This is the wisdom that we share here. This is the smart money moves that we make here. So nobody can mess you up, and you can easily walk away. I told you the other day that I'm in your life to ensure that you are able to walk away from situations that you don't like. So people don't ride over you because of money. This money is available and it's easy to make. I used to tell us to say things many months ago, and I'd like you to type it. That reminds me. Type on the comment section, money is easy to make. Money is easy to make. There is something about the psychology of money that most of us have not learned. And I think this should form our knowledge session for today. Money answers to our thoughts and our psychology. If you have the wrong money psychology, you will keep getting the wrong money results. And of course, that's the difference between the rich and the poor. The poor think of money completely differently from the rich, right? When the rich invest, they are investing to win. When the poor invest, they are investing not to lose. So that loser mentality, that thought of losing alone is a disadvantage. If you say money is difficult to make, money will continue to be difficult for you to make. That's the money lessons, the poverty lessons we learned from our parents. We sat under a poverty class that we did not pay for without knowing. Every time our parents kept saying, we can't afford it. Money doesn't grow on trees. Do you think money is easy to make? We are learning from a poverty mindset, and we must discard that for things to change. You can't tell me the daughters of Aliko Dangote will still be thinking poverty. Never, ever. Even though their dad went forward to create that possibility for them, you will never find poverty around them because they are always thinking wealth, abundance. Now, he went ahead and created the path. What we are trying to do is to create that path. So everyone listening to me now, you are all pathfinders. And pathfinders need to change their money mentality as far as wealth creation is concerned. This is why it worked for me as well. I learned from my very young age that there is positive, legitimate, fraud-free money to be made to create wealth. And indeed, I sought for it. And of course, I stumbled on the stock market. Myself and my eldest brother, who is actually a British citizen before he left for the UK. That's how we started 27 years ago, and we have never looked back. So you too can reframe and chart a new path for the generations coming after you. This is how we pull ourselves out of poverty. You don't need any political connection, nothing. You just need to start rephrasing and changing your mindset. A whole lot can happen from where you are. And one beautiful thing about the stock market is you don't have to have the whole money in the world to get started. People have come to say, can I start with 50,000? Can I start with 10,000? You can start with 0,000. All right? So that's me taking us through very quickly our knowledge session for today. Coach, which stock can we top up with from your most daily recommended stock list? All right, I'm still looking at Cadbury doing some serious pullbacks. Nobody's looking at it anymore. 63 naira. In fact, it's sold at 62 as well. There's no way it will continue to lie down there. But for now, the supplies are a lot. 3.4 million offers versus 148,000 bids. So Cadbury is almost going into full offer, and that's beautiful to see, because eventually, should it drop to the minimum, the maximum loss for the day, it will close at 61 naira 20 kobo. If it does, then we are nearing something under 60 again. That's another fantastic opportunity there looking at us. And then, of course, others. For now, the fact that Fidelity's supply is also a lot, it still looks very attractive at 21 naira 50 kobo. 22 million. Oh, Fidelity's bid is increasing as we speak right now. So it looks like it's time to do your final mop-up on Fidelity Bank. 21 naira 50 kobo. Current bid and offer status 24 million bids versus 22 million offers. So suddenly the bids have become more than the offers at the moment. So we take a look at how this pans out going forward. All right? Yes. So you can go on for Fidelity. Sir, what do you have to say about CAP stock? That stock is as stubborn as a fence, if you like. CAP. That is actually a product or a former subsidiary of UACN. And I think UACN still has a stake in CAP. CAP is a paint manufacturer. I need to take another look at the financials, especially the latest. There are too many offers for CAP, 1.1 million offers versus a meager 193,000 bids. So you want to be patient with CAP PLC to really know whether or not it's a good time to enter. For now, it's not a very good time because the bids are very low, but we need to be sure what the finances are saying. Remember, most recently, most of the paint manufacturing stocks like CAP PLC, Beja Paints, Meyer Paints, they all took a serious jump upwards. They are one of the major beneficiaries in the most recent bull run the Nigerian market has experienced. And we saw CAP moving from around 40 naira to the 67 naira it is right now. So you might just be coming to the party late. Just stay on and watch what the developments are. UBA 49 naira, avoiding the 50 naira price for which they have pegged the rights issue. Tajuddin Kazim says, please, what's long-term stock can I buy with 1 million? I've mentioned a lot of stocks here already. They are all good long-term stocks. But if you want to watch the reversal of certain stocks that were pulling back, then I would say Dangote Sugar is looking like it has finally established a support at above 63, and so a long-term position beginning from there is fine. So much activity still going on in Bua Cement. I'm wondering what's the news. They can tell us if that plant is set to be inaugurated. A lot of deals still going on with Bua Cement. 1.1 million bids versus 700,000 offers. A lot is still going on with Bua Cement. A whole lot is still going on with Bua Cement. I repeat, well, we watch to see how it goes. Okay, Coach, please speak on Deep Cap. I've said several times, the financials of Deep Cap is not anything to write home about, but the stock continued to climb. Who knows? Maybe a restructuring might be in the cards. We do not know. There are still 7.6 million bids for Deep versus 2.3 million offers. We saw it rise from under 1 naira. It's currently 1 naira 21 kobo. By the way, ICO released their results yesterday, I think, and may I remind us, look at this ICO has suddenly climbed to 2 naira 64. Remember I told you I sold my ICO around 2 naira 30 kobo sometime before it even slumped back to 210 or 2 naira. In any case, if you remained in ICO, congratulations. ICO is on full bid, 56 million shares bidded for, 0 offer. Now I go on to comments on YouTube. Good afternoon, coach. I bought some stocks yesterday, all thanks to you. Okay, that's from Chemcare Natural TV. With confidence, I can buy now. I'm so grateful for the value gotten here. Okay, thank God for all of that. God bless you richly too. Okay, greetings. How about Jaiz Bank and Sterling? Okay, Sterling has gone into full bid. Jaiz Bank has climbed back up to 4 naira per share. Let's see how much it is. I encourage most of us to still buy under 4 naira because I knew that it was just exercising to pull back up again to test that 4 naira level. Non-interest, Jaiz Bank, that's it, 4 naira 14 kobo. Now people are already making a lot of money. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been resolved on Atlas. You can now buy and sell Jaiz Bank. I can now also see the bid and offer status on Jaiz. Congratulations if you are here and you bought Jaiz at 2 naira 45 kobo. That was when I first said, guys, it's about to climb to 3. Go ahead and buy. It was, I think, in February or March that happened. And then it got to 3, got back down, and then climbed above 3, stayed above there. Now it is testing the 4 naira level for the second or third time. Perhaps it could just establish a support above 4 and never come down below 4, just as it will never come down below 3 anymore. Following the full year result they announced, which was very impressive, and I'm looking at the bid and offer status right now, 20 million bids for Jaiz Bank, 3.5 million offers. We are making real progress here. Congratulations, everyone. Your stocks are really doing fantastic from all quarters. And this is because you were smart enough, bold enough to take those steps, and now you are making progress. Victoria Osuji says you are highly appreciated. Thank you very much, Victoria. And you too are highly appreciated as well. Ikide Odieta says, please, I want to start investing. I already have both stocks last year, but I want to, okay, Zenith last year. I've already bought Zenith last year, but I want to invest in other stocks. Ikide, listen up. If you have your account, your brokerage account already, get it funded and then just follow the live stream. By the way, may I also advise us that the views expressed in my live stream are all personal and therefore not investment advice. That's because I'm not registered as an investment advisor, so I cannot advise you. So please do your due diligence. I'm just sharing my opinion. If you feel that after your due diligence or what you know about a stock, what I have said or mentioned corroborates with your belief in that stock's performance going forward, then you can proceed to invest. You see? So nobody comes to say, bring money, let me invest for you. No. My idea is impartation of knowledge. Whatever you learn from here, you go away with it for life. If you are not able to find me on social media for any reason of ban or whatever, then of course you have learned and you have gone away and you go and enjoy the rest of your life with what you have learned. Sounds interesting, isn't it? All right. Mina says, sir, between Cadbury and VFD, which should I go for first from my UACN profit? Wow. Some people have taken their profits already. Isn't that interesting? Okay, from Mina, you can go ahead with Cadbury because VFD will have some time to allow you still come back to buy. So I think Cadbury is the one to go for. Can we buy tip today? GT, the ball is in your court. If you are investing for the long term, maybe you wait for it to come down to just under 14, and then you start taking a little bit more position. All right, OJ, can you see that Zenith is down to 75 naira 90 kobo? Sometimes they call me the prophet, but it's not anything. It's not anything ingenious, right? At the moment, Zenith is responding to my prediction, 75 naira 90 kobo for now. So you just keep an eye on it and see how low it goes. Then you top up. It's a stock to really have. So I was talking about TIP. It's currently 14 naira. Neutral, meaning the same price it closed yesterday, and the highest bid is 13.90. So nobody wants to buy it more than 14. Everybody wants to buy under 14. So we are waiting to see if you want to take position, to take a bid price at maybe 13.75, 13.70, or anything around that, and wait for somebody to come and sell down. It surely will sell down. For now, attention has shifted elsewhere, while we keep looking for more opportunities. Fidelity is not making any move. Chukwuebuka, God's gift. Actually, that's the way the stock market is. Not every stock will run every day. Nobody saw FCMB coming. But you see, when the bank stocks continues to climb the way they were going, then believe me, there is no option for attention to shift to even those banks that are not doing very well. So for now, let Fidelity allow more people to board the bus before it makes any move. For me, I am very confident about Fidelity because they are even so good they pay interim and final dividends. So I see no reason why it should still be selling at 21. In any case, because of the so much supplies, that's the immediate explanation. There is a lot of supplies in Fidelity. By the way, the supply is now less than the bids. For the several days that it has not moved, it's because there was so much supply more than bids. But for the first time, like I checked this morning and realized for the first time while this live session was on, that Fidelity suddenly has more bids than offers. So that could be a sign that the seller is about to be done. Okay, more offers have come into the market to increase the offers to 23 million, but the bids are still slightly above 24.4 million bids. It wasn't so before, and the fact that the price also refuses to drop speaks a lot of volumes of what's about to happen when the seller is done. If you understand these details, then you will stay patient and take advantage as they come. All right. Ordinarily, I expected FCMB to continue to climb, but I told you something about this FCMB. FCMB, the moment it makes a serious move, you will see supplies all over the place. Let me check to see what the bid and offer status is. Well, as we speak, the bids are even more than the offers for FCMB, but the price is down from yesterday's 1185 to 1170. You have 19.5 million bids versus 10.9 million offers, yet the price is still lower than yesterday's. Okay? Excuse me. Okay, now Kaka is giving us an update there, and guess what? She just realized that Chams has done a wonderful reversal. This is so funny. From yesterday, when it was all over the place, and somebody was asking, I said, buy Chams. Well, just buy Chams. Anything under 3. What? 18 million bids for Chams, 0 offers. Isn't this fantastic? Now, if you were here, you would have been panicking. If you were not here, perhaps, I remember somebody made a comment about Chams. I said, relax yourself. This thing is a long-term investment. Just take your eyes off this thing sometimes, if that affects you so badly. Okay? So, just under 24 hours, the stock that was all over the place, completely off the table. No offer. 18 million bids. And Chams jumps to 2.93 naira kobo. Let nobody deceive you into throwing your gold away. Just stay patient. All these things will eventually come down to you. Now, Corn Hall, 3.80 naira kobo. It continues to climb. A lot of deals going on there as well. Lincoln Hall is on full bid, 8.7 million versus 0 offers. The stock market is really interesting. And so many people are out there without guidance. The problem is, how do you navigate such a market that is green today, red tomorrow, green tomorrow, red next tomorrow? Yes? So you need to be psychologically grounded and be disciplined, not wavering at all. And then your discipline and patience eventually gets paid for all your efforts. Good day, sir. Can you give an advice of how I can spread 5 million naira across Nigerian 10 stocks? Muna, 5 million on 10 stocks, not advisable at all. You will just water down the power of that money. I think what you should do is invest in a maximum of 5 stocks, if not 3, and stay patient to see those stocks move when the time comes. Chiemela Carlo is asking if it's okay to enter Boa Cement at 155 for long term. Can I tell you, I guess you are looking from an app and it's giving you a wrong update, because Boa is now 170 naira 50 kobo. And this is why a lot of people keep bidding. Goodness gracious. Boa is on full bid for the first time in a while. 170 naira per share, up from the 155 naira. So if you bought Boa 100 naira, you are 70% up in profit. Very simple, straightforward. You see how smart money works? Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian market is on fire, especially if you know where to move your money. Suddenly, Boa is 170. Now, Chiemela Kalu is asking if he can buy at 155. 155 naira is the price of Boa as at yesterday. And you are still seeing 155. And so, from your app that you are using, you keep bidding 155 and failing. Because the boat has sailed, the ship has sailed from 155 to 117.50, and it continues to sell. Over 620 million naira invested in Boa. What is really going on? We are just here now, seated and waiting to enjoy the ride. 170 naira for Boa, interesting stuff. Full bid, fantastic stuff. 1.4 million bids. A lot of us are enjoying. Oh my God, beauty finds. There you go. I like the fact that you come back to give us updates about how much you bought each of these stocks. Beauty finds shop says, I bought Boa at how much? I'm trying to see where that comment jumped to. Almost while I was talking, the thing scrolled up, and I can't really place where it is right now. Okay, the Centivas also bought Boa at 1. Goodness me. Oh, there are so many brave people here. She bought at 135. She bought at 135. It's already 170. Awesome. When you are in this group, in this community, you know where to step your feet. And before you know it, things turn around. Beauty Fine says, I bought at 98 naira per share. If you bought at 98, you are over 70% in profit. This is simply amazing. Have you noticed something? Splashy J is laughing, says, I'm loving this. I am even loving it more. Can you see that there are ladies in the house taking full advantage of this, making a kill from the market, well plugged in, and their money is now working for them? So whatever you are doing, please find a way to plug money back into the market to keep working for you. At some point, you will stop all the struggles you have struggled about. So there are so many people under all sorts of panic. For instance, there is vacation now, but they're thinking of school fees. The school has not resumed. They are struggling for how the next school fees for children will come. Well, as for me, I pay school fees before resumption. The life is that planned and so structured, no pressure. Financial pressure, zero. This is how we do it. Smart ladies all over the place, showing their worth, showing their intelligence and dexterity in the capital market. Listen, I've told you before, we are a wealth creation movement, not just every other community you see. We don't care about making money off people. What we do is grow the money in our hands and we become individual financial giants. That's what we are all about. And that's why we frown at people who come in disguise to collect money from people using my DP and so on. Please listen. You too can do this. Are you seeing most of the ladies very brave in deciding what to do when they get information? Adetoye Adewale is asking, can I buy mutual benefit assurance? Well, that stock has risen very high. I do not know if it is still justifiable to buy it at the current price. Mutual benefits we saw under 1 naira, and that's because at some point it was suspended from trading for failing to submit their annual reports on time, and then the price dropped. But you know what? From under 1 naira, within a space of 5 months or thereabouts, mutual benefit is now 2 naira 20 kobo, and 165 million shares bidded for. Goodness gracious. This is simply amazing. Keep the comments coming in. Okay, Abatilare says, I bought at 215. Wow, you bought BOA at 215. That must be maybe 2 years ago. If you are referring to BOA, please confirm you are referring to BOA, because I know BOA used to be very expensive before it dropped, and it's always a cycle. N Gold says, I bought at 135. Can you see the bravery? Awesome. Illumine says, I bought BOA at 75 naira 39 kobo, never selling. Now that's the least price I have seen someone buy BOA. Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Bank is gaining 30 kobo per share at the moment. Something is really brewing in BOA indeed. Good day, coach. Please, what's the price to bid for MTN today? Now, MTN is experiencing a retracement after jumping to almost 500, currently down to 457 naira 50 kobo from the 480 naira it is. So now, if you are using an app, you will be bidding at 480 naira, and they will sell to you. The system doesn't care who you are and what you want. What it does is what you key in. So watching from an app, you may be seeing 480 naira, whereas you can buy at 457. In fact, you can put in a bid at 455, you will still be able to buy today, because there are 4.4 million offers versus 540,000 bids, right? Okay. Good day, coach. Please, do you see custodian as a long-term stock? Peter Wanchuku, well, custodian has really gone a long way. It's actually a sound, in fact, the best insurance stock in the Nigerian insurance space. But it's been coming all along from 18 to 19, and what we have currently is custodian doing around 42 naira per share. Goodness gracious. 42, an insurance company as high as 42 naira, and the demand is still more than the supply. 668 bids versus 345 offers. For me, I think it has gone way too high, and you are coming late to the party also. I remember mentioning NEM Insurance as the second one. As at when I mentioned NEM here, it was 15 naira per share, and I said that is the next best stock after custodian. And guess what? From 15 naira, NEM has earned extra 10 naira per share on top of that initial price it was mentioned here. Currently 25 naira 60 kobo. I think a lot of a revival is taking place in the insurance sector, and you don't want to miss out on this. So instead of going for custodian, I should think you should go for NEM. While I'm mentioning NEM, I'm seeing 26, whereas it was 25. But please exercise caution as you proceed with these stocks. Joe Tech says, NIDF or Presco, which can I go for? Well, depends on what you want. For capital growth, we've seen Presco return a lot in capital and may take a bit of time to continue to grow. Now, for NIDF, regular dividend cash flow, if that's what you want, go for NIDF. In any case, NIDF is the cheapest, far cheapest. So I would rather you do it this way. Since your eyes are fixed on both stocks, let me give you a clean formula. Take all the money, throw into NIDF. Every 3 months, NIDF will pay you dividend. You pack that dividend and distribute into Presco. That's the way to go. You get the point now. Move all the money into NIDF. Then NIDF will start funding Presco every 3 months, at least a minimum dividend of 5 naira plus per share. Every 3 months, you move that dividend to pick up Presco. The rest of your life, you will not regret this move. Thank me later, Jotex. That's a genius move. I just thought about it on the spot while sitting. Never ever reasoned it, never heard this kind of question before. Coach, I bought Bua Cement 84 naira, Briskilla, Sapke. I am thinking this is also a lady. The ladies are really performing here. We've had cases where women come and tell us, I told my husband and he's now interested. You know why he's interested? Because you have proven results. When you show results, we calm down. We husbands, we know how to caution ourselves. We may not believe that you know what you are doing. We may think it's a man's world, but when you appear with your results, we calm down. I can tell you for free, right? So the ladies here are really killing it confidently. No noise, no noise. I don't even have sufficient time to post videos. No noise. We are just doing it quietly. Interesting, isn't it? Good day, coach. Please, what's the best price to bid for MTN? Ebenezer Kale Sanwo. I have already mentioned that. MTN, excuse me. MTN 458 currently. So do not go and put a bid for 480 at all. You may want to even put a bid at 455. It's possible for you to be sold too, right? Okay. Good morning, coach. Thank you for all you do. Please, I have investment in Access, FCMB, and Fidelity. Do you suggest I invest more in these 3 banks or I move to other companies' future investment? Oretus Ola, and I sincerely advise you, do not 100% keep your portfolio in banks alone. Try and diversify. And if you ask me, from the 3 of them that you have, which to sell to go into other sectors, it's important that you partake of the goodies in other sectors, because there are times when the banking sector will just be so dull and not move, especially in terms of capital gains. The problem is they are always a sector that is under regulation by the CBN, and constant recapitalization means the stock price never moves too far. That was the case with banks until, for the first time, GT Bank broke the 100 naira mark for banks. As powerful as banks are, the reason why their stock prices do not rise that much is because they are heavily diluted with multiple billions of shares in circulation. So you want to find a way to also, that means your portfolio growth will be sluggish to an extent. So you want to find a way to create room for portfolio increase, so that if it is 1 million naira, 10 million naira, 100 million naira, you have invested totally in your portfolio. When the banking stocks are not adding in capital gains, these other stocks in your portfolio are making good progress for you, right? So that's the idea. So you want to diversify into fast-moving consumer goods sector. You want to diversify into the manufacturing sector, like the cement industry. You also want to diversify into the oil and gas sector. So that way you create some level of diversification that ensures at one point or the other, some stock is growing there, adding capital to you while also getting you dividend income. So please do not concentrate your portfolio in just one sector for your safety. I bought Bua Cement in April at 63 naira 70 kobo. Trem, Toronto. Are you serious? That must have escaped me. I never saw Bua at 63. Oh yes, that's possible. That was when the tariff war was at its highest level in the international market, and one Tuesday, the stock market also suffered in Nigeria as a result of foreign portfolio investors pulling out funds from the Nigerian market. I remember mentioning it during the live session. I think it was in the first or second week of April. The market dipped so badly in Nigeria as a result of the ripple effect of the tariff war in the international markets. So yes, very possibly, because at that point, Bua was still around 70-something, and when that major dip, I think that dip happened in one day. It was a Tuesday, I won't forget. So it's between the 7th or the 8th of April, something like that, when that thing happened in the Nigerian market. And a lot of stocks dropped badly. But you see, you bought the dip, Trem, Toronto. You see that? You bought the dip, and today, my goodness, you are more than 100 naira in profit, 110 naira per share profit. Unbelievable. Can you see that? Where others are scared, you went in there. And that's the contrarian investing that we're talking about. Don't invest because every other person is scared. Invest because you see that they are scared of a company that has strong fundamentals, right? That's the point. Okay, Oni John says, I bought Bua at 78.64. Thank you, coach. I must thank you also for being a part of this, buying at that time and staying patient. You guys are warriors. And this is how you make money in the market. There are so many people so scared. Every little thing they jump out. But guess what? All that must change, because you see that 100 million naira mark, you must hit it. You see that 500 million naira mark that looks elusive, you must hit it. And some of you, you must hit your 1 billion naira mark. You just need time and patience while I'm walking this journey with you, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I've spoken so much. It's already past 1 p.m. The phone lines are now open on TikTok, so we can entertain your calls and continue on this journey of wealth creation. Interesting times are here, isn't it? All right, now let the calls come in. First caller, Stephen, I guess, but he has a username Grace. I guess he's enjoying the grace, the divine grace of heaven. Hello. Oh, your voice is so low. What happened? We are making money here. You should be very loud and clear. Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay, my name is Stephen. I'm calling from Lagos.
Stephen from Lagos. Thank you very much for joining. Yes. Go ahead.
So, I'm having positive percentage on my portfolio, thanks to you.
Awesome.
So, yes, this morning you mentioned, not quite long, but I didn't really get information. You mentioned name alongside another insurance company, and you advised that it would be better if we go for the other insurance company as against going for name. But I missed out the name. So I quickly want to get that and see how I can take advantage.
Actually, I was saying custodian insurance has become so expensive at 42, and if you miss custodian, then you go for NEM. And while I was saying that NEM was at 25, well, guess what? NEM is now at 27. I am guessing some people are listening to me from here and striking almost immediately. Currently, NEM has jumped to 27 naira 90 kobo, about to go on full bid. In fact, 1.6 million bids, only 5,000 in the market right now. So that was what happened at that point. So over to you.
So would you say advice looking to custodian, name, or ICO?
Well, even the ICO you are mentioning now is on full bid as well. These are strange events because ICO lingered for so long, but right now 76 million shares bidded for ICO, zero offer. It's almost like the insurance companies are shutting us out.
I still put on the news, not quite long, of a deal being ratified for the insurance company.
Okay. What is the bill all about? What is the bill all about? Any serious detail? Okay, exclusive insurance reform bill gets presidential approval, industry to recapitalize. Yes, well, that's what we expected all along. I've mentioned this thing severally here, that the insurance sector needs to be recapitalized. Who remembers me talking about that? I said it here that maybe the industry is waiting, the regulators are waiting for the banking recapitalization exercise to complete before the insurance sector begins their own round of recapitalization. How many people remembers this? Alerted King, you remember, right?
Yes, you mentioned it.
So I think this is what is happening. And I'm beginning to believe some of you who call me prophet here, because I am becoming a surprise to myself. There was no news anywhere. I just thought the insurance sector has been seriously undercapitalized and the stocks are also underperforming, but perhaps we could just be set for a recapitalization of that sector, knowing fully well that the banks are recapitalizing. Maybe they will wait for the banks to finish theirs so that there is enough space for more participation and there's no distraction. The truth is, if the insurance sector came at the same time with the bank's recapitalization, the insurance sector recapitalization will fail woefully, because the banking sector is more attractive in terms of performance and all that. Look, we are up to something here. I've told you before, I'm not here alone. There is a divine hand that is following up with us and opening ways and opportunities for us. If you understand that, if you didn't understand, now you know. So I'm looking at it here already. There's a publication, Reform Bill gets presidential approval for industry recapitalization regarding the insurance sector. So hold on to your insurance stocks and just enjoy the ride. That's what I have to say. Just hold on to your insurance. Just yesterday, I saw Mansard collapse to 10 naira per share before closing at 11, but suddenly Mansard is now on full bid as well. 12 naira 10 kobo from the 11 naira it closed yesterday. 9.1 million bids, zero offers. Can you see that? Thank you very much. We now go on to the next callers. Okay, so I have Anele Chinonso, I guess. I'm not seeing the rest of the name. Chinon is what I'm seeing. Massinet and Ali Adebi James. You are the three next callers I shall be calling on. Please keep your environment quiet and make sure you are not in a noisy place. Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Anna Chinonso. I'm streaming from Imo State, Nigeria.
Anna Chinonso from Imo State. We are glad to have you. Thank you very much. Go ahead. Awesome. Fantastic. We are glad to have you. You have any questions?
Yes, I've not done this before. I sent you a message. That was 2 days ago, 3 days ago. That I've not done it before. I don't know about all these things. So I want to know and how to go about to invest. I want to invest. Like I'm not.
All right. This is the point where I call on Maobi to come up, so that he can help with, because I want to do something very quick here for everybody. Maobi, if you're around, I'm trying to take you out. Maobi is one of our most consistent ESCO members, who is also a moderator here. He has increased his depth of knowledge in these things, and he will just go ahead to advise almost immediately what you need to do very quickly. Why I'm bringing him up is so that I can help everyone who is live now to check for opportunities regarding some other insurance companies that are listed as well, because right now it's looking like those are the next round of stocks that is receiving attention from the market. And this is why I tell people, don't come to my DM and be asking me if you are not in the one-on-one session. Don't come to my DM and be asking me, what should I invest? I have 10 million, I have 100 million. No, come to the live session, follow what is being discussed. If you miss the live session, go on my YouTube channel. The live video is available on a daily basis. Give me time to do my research so I can be able to give you fresh update. It's like cooking for you. If you don't give me time to cook, I will not have what to serve you when I come on live. I'm looking for Maobi. I can't find him. It would have been nice to find him so that we can proceed to while he's talking to you, I can be searching for the best insurance stocks that may still be available in the market to strike. I know most of you have cash waiting to pounce. Well, as it is right now, I can't find Maobi. Is Rehoboth in the house? I could also work with someone like Oremos. In any case, Anna Elechinon, are you there? All right. First things first, to invest, you need a stock brokerage account, just like you have a bank account where you put money in. You know, you don't just take cash, go into any bank and say, this is a bank, take my money and keep for me. They won't take the money. They will start an account opening process so that an account is generated tied to your name, a unique account number for you in that bank. Whenever you now bring money, it drops in that account. So you can also monitor the account, right? Now, yes. Cash is to the banks what stocks is to the stockbroker. So, when you want to buy stocks, you can't meet an individual who has the stock to sell, to buy directly. What is a stock or shares? It is a part of a company. I normally use an analogy of, let's say, a pizza. Assume this is a box of pizza, and this box of pizza sells for 8,000 naira. You and that your friend who referred you here, Health is Wealth, and Anele Chinonso, you decide that you want to buy one box of pizza to relax in this holiday season. What you now do is, a box of pizza, let's assume, is 8,000 naira. You bring 4,000. Now, Health is Wealth brings 4,000. Both of you have 8,000, right? You order for the pizza, it comes. What happens? You split the pizza into two. One to you, one to your friend. Because you contributed 4,000 to buy the 8,000 naira pizza, right? Now, at this point, this portion that you use 4,000 to buy is your share. Anything in the whole pizza, you will also find in your own share. Right? There is sausage, there is green pepper, bell pepper, all those green, red, yellow bell pepper, all manner of things, cheese, the flour, which is the base that they used to make the pizza. Everything in the whole pizza, you have a portion. Right? That's what happens when you buy a company's share or stock like MTN. So that when the price of the stock increases, based on the number of shares you have, you also gain value. If you have been following this meeting, some people were saying, I bought Bua cement at 100 naira. Now it's 170 naira. That portion of Bua cement they have, let's assume they bought 100,000 Bua cement. And they bought at 100 naira per share. Everything that has added from that 100 naira, because Bua is now 170 naira, if they sell, it's no longer the same money they used to buy that they will be getting. There is 70 naira profit per share on top of whatever they bought. Do you understand now? That is one way that you make money from shares. The other way is dividends. At the end of the financial year, they pay dividend per share. So the number of shares you have times the dividend per share. For instance, most recently we just received NIDF dividend, 5 naira something per share. So if you have 100,000 shares, 5 naira times 100,000 is 500,000 naira. It comes to you. You don't have to fight. You don't have to struggle. You are not filling any form. You just wake up to an alert. 500,000 has dropped for you, depending on the number of shares you have. And as long as you continue to hold it for life, you keep collecting that money regularly. That's the second way you make money in stocks. I hope I broke it down well enough for you to understand.
Yes, I understand. Yes, I understand, sir.
Thank you very much. So that's the way it works. So when we are saying working continually the rest of your life will not save you. If you are approaching 60, it means retirement is by the corner. There will come a time they will not allow you work even when you want to work, because they will tell you it's time to retire. The word retire is coming from the word to be tired twice, because when you are supposed to be tired by yourself, you refused. Then the company now got tired of you. That's why they call their own retire. But for me, I got tired of working 5 years ago. I left even private business and everything, and I've been enjoying my retirement, personal retirement. So what we are saying, you have another 40 years left after retirement. You know how long 40 years can be. The reason why most people die early is because there is no work to do again. The fear of how to survive tomorrow brings all sorts of sicknesses. Some people get BP, some people fall into stroke. And then, of course, sometimes to maintain a healthy life in your older age costs a lot of money. You are in the medical field, right?
Yes, I am.
So you are the people.
Yes.
Fantastic. So you are the people who advise people to buy yogurt, Greek yogurt, to stay healthy, to buy cashew nut to stay healthy, to eat more vegetables and fruits. Those ones are expensive. So you need part of the money you are earning now to create the wealth that will look after you that time. That's why you still see some people in their age 90, they are still alive and well. One of the richest men in the world, Warren Buffett, is a powerful stock investor. He is 90-something years old. He will not die because everything he needs is available. What are you dying for? Where are you going? Stay and enjoy your time so that you see your children and your children's children. It all begins with wealth creation. That's why we're here. Is it clear now? So all you need to do to start is to send me a DM on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, send me a DM. I'll send you the link to open your stock brokerage account, or you open a stock brokerage account with a broker of your choice. And then as you follow the instructions, you are also learning, you are investing, and before you know it, you will be far happier than ever because you have secured tomorrow. Nobody can now threaten you with sack, because you see that pension thing they are doing. Pension has not saved anybody. Do you understand? So this is you now working out your retirement by yourself, with or without pension. That's what we are doing here. And a lot of young people have made good money. All of this legitimate income, no stealing, no fraud, no 419. That's what we are. Any more questions?
Okay, sir. So how do I get your Instagram account? Is it the same name?
Yes, at Wealth Coach Omiete, or you click on the link tree on my bio there, you will see the Instagram icon. Click on it to take you straight there. Follow me, send me a DM, and then I'll put you through all that. Even how to learn. I have videos I will send to you. You will take your time to understand more beyond what I have explained now. All right? And so before you know it, the things you thought you could not afford, you will start seeing yourself being able to afford them. Okay? Thank you very much.
So I should click where? Because network is disturbing somehow.
Click if you go on my
Your Instagram account.
if you go on my landing page on my Instagram account now, you will see a link tree. Just click on that link tree, all my social media handles will appear. And then just click on the Instagram icon, it will take you straight to my Instagram account. The idea is I don't want you to get misled into following the wrong person. Okay? If you didn't get anything I've been saying, just go back to the video after today's live stream. You'll be able to hear all clear and loud so you can act on it. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't be offended. I needed to break it down because there are so many others who will not call in, but who are also wishing to know exactly how to start. And that's why I had to take this time to break that into details. Okay? Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Can you hear me, coach?
Loud and clear. I like the spirit. You are full of life. Shoot your name and where you're streaming from.
Good evening from here, sir. I'm calling from Dubai, UAE.
All right. Good evening. All the way from Dubai. Very well, thank you.
In fact, I call you the prophet.
Tell us more. Let me understand why. What has happened again?
Anyone listening to our conversation now, if you're not following coach, you're losing a lot.
Interesting.
I'm telling you seriously, if you're not following coach, tell your friends, tell anybody that close to you, join this place. You will not regret it. Coach, how is everything, Mommy? How is everything if you're there?
We are all fine.
How we started.
Yes. Thank you very much. So go ahead.
Yes, coach, I have one question. I tried to communicate to you on the chat, but you know because of the message is much, you're not getting to it.
Okay.
I'm just talking about your take on Mark Nicholas PLC, please, coach.
Mark Nichols, okay. I have been asked severally about Mark Nichols, and unfortunately, I do not really have sufficient update about Mark Nichols. I may need to do a bit of private research. Currently, bid and offer is at 3 million bids, 2 million offers. Not much is going on there, but it's really a stock that is drawing a lot of questions left, right, and center. I just need to know how profitable they are. The PE ratio is quite high at 25.6x, and shares outstanding 1.12 billion, but they are making a little profit. Okay, not very strong profitability wise. In terms of the margins I'm seeing here, they generate quite a solid revenue, 6.27 billion naira, but when it comes to profitability, it's not really worth considering. Net income 147.8 million out of 6 billion. That's very poor for me, if you like. So in the strictest sense, Mark Nichols is not doing it for me in terms of creating profit from revenue generated. There was a 15% increase in the quarterly revenue regarding the second quarter 2025. I'm trying to take a look at also the earnings per share. Earnings per share growth was 49% from second quarter 3 kobo to 5 kobo earnings per share. So not a very profitable company to really kill yourself about. Maybe just one of those price movements in the market that may just affect it positively, but then it's still not moving too much. 3.45 kobo it closed yesterday. It is now 367. I would not bother my head about McNichols, especially when I have a stock like TIP. I just cited TIP at 13 naira 80 kobo, but it's now down again to, back to 14. So it's dilly-dallying between 13 and 14. Well, that's my take on McNichols. Oh. Whoa. Oh, great, wonderful. So now you now wait for another move in first hold code. But wow, you sold TIP at. You are in good money already, so you are really making good progress. No wonder. Now I understand why the voice was very strong and firm. Wonderful. 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 You are almost going to tempt me to visit Dubai now. All right, thank you very much. Don't mind them, all those things are very simple. If I want to come to Dubai, I can come to Dubai. All right, sir, thank you very much. I'm really happy for you. Keep the flag flying, continue winning, and more of your progress. We look forward to hearing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you in the diaspora and you are still wondering, is it possible that I should make money in the Nigerian market? This my strong, hard currency I've earned. Does it make sense to convert to Naira? Well, you've heard it from him. He bought TIP 4 Naira. Currently TIP is 14. So even if he didn't sell, TIP 10 Naira per share profit on something he bought 4 Naira. He has moved to first hold co, bought at 25. First hold co is at 33. I leave you to the rest to make your conclusions. All right? Okay, we have so many callers here. Less than 30 minutes to go. 13 callers. Let's see how quickly we progress with all of them. Aliyah Adebi James. Adebi James, over to you. GK Matikman says, if I want to come to Dubai, I will come. I think coach has another passport. He spoke confidence. Well, I keep my mouth shut and focus on the business. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, coach. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
So you can simply call me AJ. Like I said, I told a couple of friends of my friends earlier today, I said you're the best thing that has happened to me in recent times.
Whoa, tell me.
I'm streaming from Russia. I'm streaming from Siberia, the northern part of Russia,
Awesome.
far away from Nigeria. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. We're itching to hear you. Go ahead.
Hello? Yes. Yes, thank you. So a quick one so I can give other callers room to, ask their questions or whatever. So I would like to ask quickly, I did my, on a positive note, my Nigerian stocks portfolio is doing great, is on the plus side. And then, a quick one, I wanted to ask what's happening with United Health Group, that's in a foreign stock, please. I did a whole lot there, and I got it at about $280. And I think it's about 240 or thereabout now. And I entered in for a short term. So I want to know, is this something I can still hang on or let go? And then, okay, let me just start with that first. I just have them two questions, and then with that, first of all, what do you think, sir?
Okay, I actually made a call for UNH for a long-term buy. UNH is a powerhouse and it's not going to crumble. It's only a season of struggle that it's facing. So if it's dipped 240 and you had a short-term intention, I'd like you to stay calm and see it through. Give it 1 year.
1 year?
Yes.
Okay. 6 months or thereabouts. So
Well, I like to give it that 1 full year when I'm too sure a turnaround will happen. Otherwise, it could just turn around quicker. So 6 months is enough time for you to get back in profit. Really.
okay.
Now I'll give you further details of where my confidence is coming from. First off, the former CEO stepped down. The new CEO, now fully in charge, actually was a former CEO of the same UNH who knows the business inside out. Now, the worst things about UNH has happened. So that man has come in to carry on with the restoration, if you like.
Okay, I was just kind of skeptical when I saw it at 240 or thereabout.
Now, let me tell you.
I did about $4,000, so I was thinking that if it's something that one can still hang on or just let go.
Very quickly, they just concluded their AGM. Their second quarter result came out. There was no financial guidance for 2025. Now, they finally did a guidance that was not very encouraging in terms of the expectation of the market. So that affected the stock price. Second, Wells Fargo, you know, when analysts lower their price target, right?
Yes.
It can affect a stock price. But what did they lower it to? They lowered it from 306 to 267. So this 240 is actually a discount, which it will eventually recover to almost immediately. But give it even that your 6 months. Maybe I will be here seated when you will call back and say, oh, I recovered even before the 6 months. Let's just watch and see. For me, these type of stocks, I stay in them for that long haul because they will suddenly bounce back. This is a stock that sells for $600 per share before.
Yes.
And I don't see it.
I think some few months back, like 7.
Absolutely. So I don't see it. I don't see it dropping any further. Thank you. Let's go on to your next.
Perfect. And then secondly, quickly, to the Nigerian stocks. So what do you think about mutual benefit? Do you think I can acquire more? Because I did at 1.50 and it's about 2 point something now. So do I get more just...
Well, as it stands now, the insurance sector is booming. That mutual benefit is in full bid, meaning you can't even buy as we speak. Though if you want to put in a bid, why not? 2 naira 20 kobo, it's already gained the maximum for the day and has 182 million bids. Do you know what that means? That means times an average of 2 naira, we are talking about 360 something million naira staked to buy that stock.
Okay.
So that makes it.
What about the Nigerian Exchange Group PLC?
Now, that's one that has been flying under the radar and just experienced a little bit of pullback here and there. And just maybe could be at a good point now to enter. 71.20. I know it rose to about 80 before pulling back. And it's just a matter of the bids outnumbering the offers. Then you get in. For now, the bids are still far less than the offers.
Yes, because I'm already on 10% on it. So I was thinking probably I can acquire more or just
Well, 10% is not too much to take more in anticipation of it getting back to 80 naira.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. And then as regards the last caller, the lady who said just to make it out so that she doesn't fall to scammers. So let her know because I think she, the urge and the eagerness to invest and that kind of thing, so she doesn't fall to our gullible scammers that just shut her up and say, okay, this is it. Maybe she just put it out there and let her know that no. Because some people are kind of naive. They will just jump into anything because she's eager. The urge is there to, to invest and then so that she doesn't through to the scammers out there. That's all.
All right, thank you very much. You see, in this group, all right, cheers. So you see, in this group, we care for each other a lot. Please, let me make this warning to everyone. Please take note. I also saw Jay Ace mentioning the same. Anele Chinonso, okay, I've seen her message drop, so I think she's safe. Now, everybody else, please be safe. Do not just quickly respond to anybody who comes into your DM with my DP, my display picture. I beg you. There are a lot of clones out there pretending to be me. Some of them are also a part of the live stream. They will come into your DM. Now, this is why I will not be the first to come into your DM. I will not also follow you back. It is not for pride. It is for your protection. If I follow you and they use my picture to start chatting you up, you fall a very easy prey. You fall victim very easily because in your thoughts, coach is chatting me. So please, in order to keep you safe, I don't follow back. In case I follow you in error, I go and unfollow so that anybody who you see that follows you and begins to chat you up with my DP, you quickly know that that person is a fraudster. Please, I will not come into your DM the first time. You will be the first to chat me up and you'll be seeing your question to me directly when I respond. Do not respond to any questions you did not start first. I mean, any conversation you did not start with me first. That's the simplest way to keep the fraudsters out. What are they asking you? To come and start telling you about how is your investment doing, go and download so and so app and then transfer money and so on and so forth. Whether they are using a spell on some people, I don't understand. But when they give you an account that has an individual's name, a typical Nigerian name, you still go ahead to transfer money in the guise of investing, then there's a problem. Okay? So please stay alert. Don't be afraid. They are just non-entities looking to capitalize on your ignorance. And I'm saying you are not that ignorant. That's why even the Net Worth Investors Club, there is no one coming to ask for your money to invest on your behalf. It is not Net Worth Investment Club. It is an investors club. So we are investors, individually coming together. Do it yourself. Now that's the wisdom that I applied for the club to mitigate against fraudulent people taking advantage of people. We make it a do-it-yourself club. Learn from a distance. Ask your questions in the open. Responses are given in the open so that you know that whatever you do is for yourself. You open an account, it's for yourself. The bank details are your bank details. When dividend is paid, straight to your account. When you sell a stock, straight to your account. That's the easiest way to cut them off. And we have experienced some level of decency in terms of our conduct in the group. So please stay safe. You are smarter than those fraudsters. Thank you very much. I hope everyone got it. And then we move on right away. Okay? Next caller. Let's do this fast. Princess Uwari. Coach, can we buy Dangote Sugar now? Yes, I mentioned that earlier already. Coach, please, which stock can I invest? Hello, good afternoon. Hello, are you there? Princess Uwari. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please. Your name and where you're streaming from?
Sir, my name is Princess Uwari.
Great. Where are you streaming from?
I'm streaming from Abuja, sir.
Thank you very much, Princess from Abuja. Please go ahead.
Sir, God bless you for what you are doing to us.
Wow.
May God bless you abundantly.
Amen.
Sir, I want to find out something from you pertaining my father's stock.
Okay.
He bought this stock for a long time now, and it's aging now. He bought Total and he didn't do the CSCS account. But I opened the CSCS account with ICMG. So they sent some form for him to fill and return it back to Lagos. But I don't know how to do it. But I told my brothers to fill the form for my dad so we can take it back to Lagos. Is it how to do it, or is it something that I don't know? That's why I said let me call you so I will direct you.
Okay. Who is the establishment that sent the forms you are talking about?
The ICMG security.
Okay, that's a stockbroking firm.
Yes, sir.
Why do they have to do it manually, if I may ask?
I don't know.
Do they have an office in Abuja?
No, in Lagos.
Now, that makes it even more complicated because it means it's a manual process and your dad is aged, he can't go to Lagos. So who brought the idea of using them?
Sir, that's the one of my uncle told me about the company.
Well, it will make it even more difficult. I feel that you should use a broker that has digital presence, or you use a broker that has physical presence in Abuja. That makes it easier. Maybe he can find his way to their office when he's ready with someone assisting and they sort it out. Instead of going all the way to a broker who does not have an office in Abuja to Lagos. It's.
My dad is taking Owerri.
Oh,
I'm working in Abuja.
all right. I don't know if some of these brokerage firms are in Owerri. I think that's the best thing to do. Open a brokerage account with a firm closer to him so that they can just sort all of his stocks, do a global search and get his stocks across. Some of these brokers we have, they are in Owerri. I just think you should do a research and get someone to take him to open an account.
Is he in Owerri?
No, Atlas is not physically in Owerri. They are not even in Port Harcourt. These days of digital systems, people don't need to open offices all over the place for things that they can actually verify online. And that's why most of these brokers, but I think for him, who may not be digitally savvy, he should get a broker that is resident in Owerri
Okay, sir.
and let them do it. There's no need going to a Lagos broker, honestly.
Okay, sir. So secondly, sir, I bought a Dangote sugar under 74.95.
Okay?
The tea is dropping seriously. But according to your advice, you said we should forget about it. I'm planning for a long time.
Okay, I wish you were here when it was jumping to that price. I always said, hold on for it to cool off. In any case, it's about to recover. So if you have more money, it's better to buy more less. When you buy less, if you buy more at a lower price, your initial price also comes down.
Okay, sir.
It's currently at 63. Just keep investing. This is a 100 naira stock. Don't worry yourself. Just keep investing. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. And you too. We go on to the next caller. TWM Studios. Let's see how we can maximize the time. Please, let's make it very fast. Time is running out. Okay, the next caller disconnected. We go on to the next self-care vendor. self-care vendor. We couldn't connect to you as well. We go on to the next caller, Sir Wisdom. Hello, good afternoon. We lost that one as well. We go, okay. Hello, Wisdom. Please unmute your mic. But you are in a very noisy place. Sorry, we can't take that. Stay in a quiet place and make your calls. Otherwise, you are cut off. Daniel, next caller. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from?
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Delta State, San
Daniel from Delta State. Let's hit the ground running. Go ahead, quickly.
Coach, please, which stock will you advise me to invest with 1 million for a long time currently?
Dangote Sugar.
Okay, Coach.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you for keeping it brief. Next caller, Cyberclone. Cyberclone, are you there? Good afternoon. Go ahead. Okay. Hello, Atlas. Are you there? Please come in and help us with this comment while we still. Please hang on. Atlas will respond to you, but want to meet up with other calls. Hello, Atlas.
Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, can I have your name to confirm? Actually, again? You can type yes in the comment section. But I would just like to also pass across that for 2 days now, the mixed water has been down. And account opening has been slow. Since last week in Great it's been on and off. So we're quite experiencing some delay. But just let me confirm the name. Just drop in the comment section. I would follow up this.
All right, next caller, Just Kemi. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, please, your name and where you're streaming from?
Oh, okay. My name is Kemi. I'm streaming from Lagos.
Kemi from Lagos, thank you for joining. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask, what stock can I buy if I want to only invest from now until December? Like I have this money, I want to use it for something else, but I don't need it until December. So I just don't want to keep it in my savings account. I want to probably invest it somewhere else. So
Well, December is the worst time to sell stocks. Usually, historically, November, December are down moments for stocks. So that makes it a very tricky one. But if you could manage to wait till January, then that's a better time to sell.
okay.
If there's a possibility of waiting till January, then stocks like TIP, buy it at around 13 and watch it grow. In fact, I'll stop there. TIP, buy at around 13 and stay patient for it to grow.
Alright.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next caller, Royal. We have just 6 minutes to wrap it up. We see how things pan out as we make progress. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
No, I'm calling from Delta State.
Delta State, your name, please.
My name is Royal.
Royal. Go ahead.
I want to confirm something on Wacom.
What's WAPCON? Is it WAPCO?
Why Wacom? Sorry, Wacom.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought about 7,000 shares. I want to ask if I can hold it till next year. Would that bring a good result?
Hold your WAPCO till forever.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I love the way they keep it brief. Kingsley Ahuchago. Next. 5 minutes to go. Hello. Okay, can't connect. We go on to the next without delay. Financial markets queen. 4 minutes more before we round off for the day. Okay. Louis Babi says, hi coach, would it be possible to save your Instagram live session on your Instagram page after streaming? Okay, actually, I don't save on Instagram. I rather upload on YouTube. So you could watch the full video on YouTube. That's the reason why we upload, because there are some followers and members of this community based in the US and Canada. For time difference sake, they are not able to meet up. And then some of us in Nigeria and every part of the world who are at work and cannot follow the live stream, they now have the chance to go back to the video on YouTube. So it's on YouTube and not on Instagram. Hello, good afternoon. Financial Markets Queen, are you there? We have just 3 minutes to go. Okay, looks like we can't get to here. Affluent, you are next. Coach Charms writes is open from August and closes 1st of September. And Charms disappears into thin air. Interesting stuff, isn't it? Wonderful.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, please, I want to ask because I'm having challenging on my Atlas platform. I can't buy stock. I find it difficult to buy stock.
Okay, Atlas. Atlas, please come in.
Alright, sir. What error message are you getting when you try to buy?
Okay, it's not coming up. The app is not coming up like where to buy, where to select the type of stock. When I click on the menu, I went to trade. It's only the symbols that is showing there. When you click on it, it will not display on the dashboard.
I think it's preferable we do a WhatsApp call or a video call for this. It will help. I will drop the office number to assist you.
Okay.
You can call in now so we can just quickly do it.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Coach, I also want to say thank you for the inspiration because since I run into you, I've been trying to also invest because trying to diversify most of our fund into investment in this app. The last time you talked about Afro Invest, I also bought some stock in Afro Invest and they have appreciated that USCN.
Awesome.
Actually, I appreciate so much and Access Bank.
Awesome.
I also see a lot of improvements in them. I also want to say thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that feedback. Really appreciate. And all I want to say is keep winning. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we come to the end of today's live stream. Unfortunately, I'm not able to continue to take more of your calls and your comments, but I want to really thank all of you for being wonderful in what you do. You've been very smart at what you do, and this is really, really commendable. Thank you very much. At last, thank you, Maobi. Thank you, Benita. Thank you, Rehoboth, and everybody who has been a part of this, liking, sharing, and giving gifts. You are simply, simply amazing. And tomorrow again, hopefully, we gather same time, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time, when we continue to look for more opportunities. By the way, between Thursday and Friday, I just may not be available. Try my best to see how I can still make myself available in one of those days. But if you don't find me on the live stream, this is my notification to you. Just do your best to follow discussions on the group channel. Until we meet again, same time, this is me saying thank you very much and keep winning and all the best. See, the YouTube channel will have the live stream uploaded just 5 or 10 minutes after today.